Happy Saturday. I'm going to share this out. Share it. Share it. Hello, hello. Wait for some people to come on over. Wait for some people to come over and say hello. Happy Saturday art block. Get in the mood. Look at some art today. All right. So, I am Kathy Grillo of Kathy Grillo Designs. This is where you can find me, follow me, see all my finished art. I'd love to have you join me, especially on my personal, well, not my personal, but my art Facebook page. I do a lot of special posts there that you don't see anywhere else. So that would be wonderful to have you. Today is the Saturday art block. So all day long, you can search hashtag LDCC or hashtag art block, and you will see a full day of art. Here is our lineup for today. As you can see, we're just starting, and we're going all the way until 11 o'clock tonight. Hello, Julie. Julie just finished up there, so you can go see her replay. But we have a great lineup today. Lovely, lovely art all day long for your entertainment. Hi, Carolyn. Thanks for coming. And if you like art or are an artist, look us up. We're Little Deb's Creative Crew. We're all over social media. Our Facebook page is a really great place to share your art or be inspired by art or just get to know some of our artists. We'd love to have you. So check us out. So today, I am working on this little pit bull. There he is. There he is. So, as always, I start with the sketch. I probably resketch, and then I did the eyes, and I am starting to put in some detail on his face. Let's get in a little closer. There he is. So when I'm done, the sketch will be gone, but the sketch is just a flow map, and this is digital oil paints. So if you have any questions, please ask, and I will try to see them. I'm just setting up my brushes here because I was working on a different project. So, of course, my brushes aren't set up right. And Julie, since I last saw you, I ran and hopped into the shower, and I came out, and I got here 5 minutes before my time, so I didn't have time to set my stuff up. Go figure. I don't know why I was like, oh no, I ran for 15 minutes and took a shower. That's what I did. Thanks, Deb. I just had to get it in. I was just feeling gross, and I was like, okay, we're gonna get the energy flowing. Do it instead of doing like a quick walk. We're just gonna jog it out for 15 minutes. Start the day. Get going. No, I'm trying to lose weight. Okay, thanks. So this is like a blue-gray dog. Very interesting color. This is still too big of a brush. Oh, come on. Very small brush. Thank you. Alright. So the thing I like about this brush that I'm using, it's called a wet blender brush. The colors will blend in as I put them in. So I'm just, it's almost like when you make a picture full of like dots or splotches of color, and that's all it really is, a bunch of different little lines of color that come together and create a picture when you're farther away. Simple, right? Simple. Easy peasy. So I'm just kind of putting in some values here because I want that nice sort of bluish gray color to come off. And be a real nice subtle blend with these colors and highlights. So see, you can see when I put it on the darker color, the little bit more of the blue shows up in this color that I'm using right now. Yeah, I thought it was pretty. I'm slowly working my way through. When I'm not doing a commission for somebody, which I'm currently not right now, I am slowly working on going through all the dog breeds. I'm only on the American Pit Bull, so I'm not that far. But just to practice and get myself familiar with different body structures and faces and hair types. So then when somebody comes along and asks me to do a portrait of a pit bull, I've already sort of done one and have a little bit of practice in it. It just makes it a little easier. Plus they're nice to show. I use these to advertise on my websites. Hoping somebody says, oh, I want one of those. I want one of those in my baby. And I'll be like, gladly, I'll paint one for you. It happens once in a while. Alright, so this edge right here is going to be very light. And the reason I'm going to make this edge almost probably lighter than it is in the picture is simply because a nice rule of art, if you're trying to make something flat look dimensional, is that light brings forward and dark recedes. So when you want something to come forward off the paper, you need to have it a light against the dark, and it'll pop it forward. So that's why a lot of times you'll see a slight light white outline around an object, or like this right here, how I'm putting almost a line of white. But when you're doing a realistic painting, you don't want a line, because there's no lines in life. Life is all about being outside of the lines. So we're going to just kind of slowly go into the shadow that his nose creates on his muzzle here. Now these pit bulls have super short hair. He almost has that like velvety feel. But you can see right now that just putting that little white there has made this part of the face come forward. And now on the other side, there won't be such a drastic whiteness, but it will be lighter than the back part of his face. In a digital portrait, sometimes I can trick the perspective a little by putting things on different layers. But I kind of just really paint like I would paint on a canvas. My canvas just happens to be on my computer screen. The second important part about doing an animal portrait when you're painting fur is just making sure your brush strokes go in the direction that you want to depict the hair going, because that reads up subconsciously almost a lot more than your shading. So even if you have a rough shading, but it's in the right direction, a human, the brain will pick it up as fur. And then you also want to use a variety of colors, because even if you ever look at your own hair and you take a really close look, it's going to have different shades in it. You don't have just brown hair. There's blacks, there's some blondes, there's some, maybe some red. You're going to have different tints throughout your hair that creates the whole shade. If you do just one flat color, it's going to look totally unnatural. Right, I need to get this. I want it to be a little dark right here by the nose, but not too dark because the nose is pretty dark. And I don't even know how this happens sometimes. It's like I'll just be painting. I say this all the time and people are like, how does that real? But I'll just be painting here and the next thing I look up and I'm like, oh, there's a face. I know it sounds not real, but it is. Okay, so I'm kind of working on his lip here. He has this nice little jolly face, jowly. Okay, get a nice dark value in there. I'm gonna get not to smear. Where's my water brush? Water! Make it smaller. Hi! How are you? Thanks for stopping by. If anybody has any questions, please do ask, because sometimes I forget what I've said and not said, or who's heard what, or, so if there's something you're interested in knowing about, or we could just chat. I like when people just come and hang out. Alright, I think I want to establish some of his nose a little bit so I can get this part of the face to come forward. So we are going to alright, so like I said, the same trick as I did before, even though there's really not a white line on the edge of his nose, I'm going to put a little bit of a line here on this side of his face because I want this part of his nose to come forward. Maybe put a little, just a slight darkness right here. Because I want to bring this nose forward. So then we'll build in the shadow of the nose. And all right. Okay, so a dog's nose, I kind of like seeing their noses in 4 parts. All dogs sort of have, his isn't very pronounced, but they all sort of have like a little line that goes down here, around the front, and down to the middle of their face. And then you have the top part that kind of swoops in like this on each side, and then the bottom part that kind of comes out like that. So that's usually how I draw them. And then each nose is a little different how the shadow and lights hit it depending on the shape. And this being oils, I do have to build up the layers, so I don't expect them to be like solid right off the bat. I'm going to get some of this light blue color because it's sort of like a reflection of his coloring a little bit. when it blends in with the color below it, it's going to give me a nice little gray. And it right around. And then like right under here, I want to highlight where the roundness comes in. Give them a little tap there. I'm going to swirl these colors in a little bit, blend them in. So I went from the shape into the form, and then I'll start adding details here in a little bit once I get the form down. So I'm just blending in the same circle shape that I kind of want it to depict. Okay. So I'm going to get a detail brush. Now the detail brush will not blend with the paints like my blender brush. So that's how I can get a nice dark value without it blending. I will be in control of the blending. It won't blend on its own. And I'm going to start adding some little bit of texture lines. So I just have a photo that I'm sort of looking at over on the side here to see where the light hits. Alright. Put a little. Now. And we're just going to kind of, that spread a little too much, you know. Which means I might have to add, I need this smaller. Oh, wrong blender, that's why. I was wondering, why is that not blending the right way? Oh, because you used the wrong brush, nitwit. Very light brush strokes because I want this to sort of be a little button top, but So we're just still, I want to get this little blue part over here. I just messed that up. That was a bad smear. A bad smear. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up so. Detail brush. Nice dark nose. Okay, so the circles are the little nubbly noses dogs have. Trying to make it look like a little wet, friendly nose. Alright, so then this hair here is going to come out from the nose. I like this version. I want to sing it, but I'm not a great singer, so I'm not going to ruin it for you. So I'm going to make a little light spot in here. I need to put this up for a second so I could see these lines. So I'm going to have a highlight sort of in here. Which means it's going to be dark right underneath. I'm just making some landmarks for myself. Okay. So the sketch is like my roadmap. I like transferring as much as I can to my drawing when I can do it. That's why I do the underpaintings with sort of the color changes, because I like being able to just kind of throw it down and not think about it too much. Because like I said, eventually all of a sudden, oh, there's his face. Okay. So it's going to be lighter right here. Let me get his little expression on his face. So some of these colors might look a little strange when I first put them down, but they are going to blend together to give me the right shade of this blue-gray that I'm looking for. So a lot of blues have purple in them, especially when you start getting a gray tone. I want this to be a little darker. Hi Joelle, how are you today? Good to see you. Thanks for sharing. I will eventually get on Twitter at some point today, and thank you for that. Hi, Julia. Hi, how are you today? All right. I'm going to blend this little blue color a little bit. So I want the colors on top. I think the more blend with that, then it to be part of the color. Hey weirdo, I haven't seen you for a while. How are you? Glad you came by and said hi. So what has everybody got going on this weekend? Anything fun or exciting? I am doing the art block here today. Oh, it's already 10:30. Man, time goes by fast. So, nice wait for a commercial break. Look at it. It's been a half hour, sort of did a nose. You know? Exciting stuff. I'm developing this guy right here. And today I am on LDCC's Saturday Art Block. You can look up LDCC hashtag Art Block all day long, and you'll have a whole day of art. We have a great lineup. We just started, and we're going all the way to 11 o'clock tonight. So all day, search the hashtags. You'll be entertained. Okay. All right, thanks. And if you like art, look us up across social media. Little Deb's crew. We'd love to have you join us and you get to know us a little better, or share your art if you're an artist. Be inspired. It's a lot of fun, and we're a great little supportive group. And if you like my art and want to see this puppy finished, you can follow me on any of this social media. And eventually when I finish it, it will be posted all over the place, and you'll be sick of seeing it, but you'll get to see it done. Alright, back to business. Every half hour, I try to do a little commercial break when I'm doing our art block, guys. Because your support is really important to us. That's how we get seen. How we get to share our art is by you all watching and supporting us. And I do commissions for people, but this is not for anyone. This is just my own little practice and for something to share with all my friends in my art community. So, if I didn't have people who wanted to see it, I'd have no reason to really create. And being an artist is almost like an athlete. You do have to train your brain-eye coordination muscle. So that's why I try to draw something every day, whether it's just a little doodle on the note cards that I carry in my purse, or if I have time for something like this. And really, anybody could do this if you want it bad enough. I truly believe everybody is an artist. It's just if you choose to spend the time to, just like anybody can probably be an athlete, talent might get you a little farther faster. But if you want, you still have to put in the time and the effort and the dedication. I feel good visions. I like that name. But it is, excuse me, I need more coffee. But yeah, it's pretty much about how much you really want to do it. Whereas, for me, I could do this all day. I get caught in the art zone, and I'm not getting paid to do. I'll just be in here, da 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 da. It's, I'll be watching TV and I'm doodling. Drives my husband nuts sometimes, but he's used to it. We've been married for a while now. If you love an artist, you just have to understand sometimes we just gotta do it. Sometimes we just have to stop on the side of the road and take a picture of some weird thing we just saw. And you'll be like, what the heck are we doing? Okay. Trying to get this little curve here. And there's like a little highlight going on. Because he's actually kind of smiling. I think pit bulls get a bad rap. No such thing as a bad dog in my book. There's only bad owners. Alright, so once again, this is going to have a little bit of a light undertone to bring the front of his face forward. So I have the shape, which is my underpainting, and now I'm starting to develop the form, which is turning the 2D and tricking human eyes into seeing it as more three-dimensional. So, let's see. Now, hair comes out of the nose, like this. And see, they're slowly going to start blending together to create something. Okay. Alright. I'm just laying down where the indentations are going to be. Once again, it's all shapes. But I want it to have a little bit of a fur effect, so it's just a bunch of little dots right now, or lines. This is why a lot of artists like to have music on when they're drawing, because you could just kind of get into the rhythm of the music and kind of go ham on it. There's a secondary sort of dark. Comes down like this. I'm just sort of talking to myself. Just ignore me. Ignore that lady talking to herself. Okay. Kind of goes like this. This is my own little markers I'm kind of throwing down. Okay, now you start blending some of these other colors to give some consistency and a nice light blend. But very lightly, and it'll just start making it one color, but the colors that are underneath will give it the definition of shape or form. So add a little light here because you want it to look round. Do 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 do. Everybody's so quiet today. That's the most trickiest part for me. Actually, the transition between the bridge of the nose to the side of the muzzle, because it goes from going up to going like sideways. Kind of splits like right before it gets to the eye. So right around the eyes is super important, because the expression is the whole interest of a portrait. So you need to get the eyes, and then right around the eyes. It's like I could spend a lot of time on it because it has to be bright. Hi Tom, I just saw you sneak in here. Okay, so right here, this little line that I drew before, that is like where the front of his face starts going into the side. So we have the jawbones. And pit bulls have very big, strong jaws, which is why everybody's scared of them. Or they can be trained to be very fierce. Hello. Hi, Mom. So I'm right now I'm trying to get this hair to give the right direction of coming up around this jawbone and then back up into the eye socket. Okay. So I have these purpley blue undertones here. Sometimes I wish I could just be impressionistic and just kind of leave it like that. All weird colored. Oh, I've tried. It's just not in me. And slowly all those crazy colors start blending together. So when you have the darker colors under, even though I haven't switched color, right now I'm using the same color and just blending it in on top of all the colors that I put underneath. And this brush is a wet blender brush. And so what it's going to do is blend the colors naturally, like paint would blend, with whatever colors underneath. And so that's why I can just worry about the direction of the hair, and not so much the shading anymore, because I already shaded it underneath. I'm sure I'm still going to be adding some more on top as I go here. But this like gray is the unifying color, I like to call it. So I basically just hacked over this entire face with the same color. But you can see how it reacts depending on the color I'm putting it on top of. When faces start, this is my favorite part, when the face starts popping off of the page. There he is. It's my favorite part. There he is. It's looking good. I want to give him a little bit of a smooth look, so I'm going to take this water. This brush is called Just Add Water, and that's exactly what it does. It's like just taking a little bit of water on your brush and adding it to the paint. Now, you generally would not probably add water to oil paint. That would be an awful mess. But digitally, I can do that, because I do not have to worry about the science of the oil paint. So I could just bring down these lines a little bit. And help with the texture of my fur and some of the transitions a little. Drag out some of the shadows. Get his nose nice and smooth. You ever notice like the hair that's right by the nose on a dog? How it's almost like velvet, it's so short. One of my favorite spots. I only have 5 minutes left already. Time goes so fast when I'm doing art. I love it. So you see how the shadows and highlights have started to create the form. Thanks for inviting everybody, Tom. Thank you. I know Periscope doesn't like me, and it's really bugging me because it's making my viewership go down. And it makes me not want to be here as much on Periscope, and I haven't. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, I know. Don't hold my scope against the rest of the art block, people. So now we just pick with the shadows. Add some more to them. Add a little more to highlights. So here's a nice big strong jawbone, which are very prominent. Okay, and there's a little line here. Highlight right before the shadow, though. Hope if I was on the right layer. Thanks for the hearts. Okay. Alright, so this is where I'm at right now. I am working on this whole dog here. And right now, it is time for Natalie. So let's go over to MP Bradshaw and see what she has up for us today. And if you want to see the finished product of this, feel free to follow me on any of my social media. Instagram and my Facebook page are really great to see all the finished work. Thanks for spending some time with me. Happy Art Block Day!